Yo, what's good, fam? It's Rod, your comic connoisseur in Blerd mode, chilling by the campfire, and here to give you some insight on the latest saga in the X-Men universe for you that's currently new on the scene. So, kick back, relax, and vibe with us. Don't sleep on sharing your thoughts and opinions about what's popping in comics, animation, and movies because your voice matters. Now, seriously, you need to find your quiet space so you can get locked in on this X-Manhunt saga, alright? Let's dive into Blerd mode number 3. Yes, and get it cracking. Let's go. Marvel Comics, Uncanny X-Men number 11, X-Manhunt. In book number 1 of 7, after the Orchis War, Charles Xavier turned himself in and ended up locked away in Grey Malkin prison. But something sparked that fired him, pushing him to break free and hit the road. So, what's got Professor X on the run? And what about his crew? They might just try to protect him, reel him back in, or even take him out? That's crazy. But yeah, it's all on the table. And in this first chapter, Rogue and her X-Men gotta team up with their biggest enemy to betray their most trusted friend. It's about to get real ugly. Marvel Comics, Nix number 9, X-Manhunt. In book number 2 of 7, Charles Xavier is on the run and his first stop, the Big Apple, New York City. But trust, there are plenty of mutants in the Big Apple who want nothing to do with the latest scheme from the disgraced Professor X. I don't like saying that, but will his return lift up the Knicks community, or will it tear everything they built apart? What's Xavier really after? And how far is he willing to go to get it? The biggest question, who else is lurking in the shadows, ready to make a move? Things are about to get really real. Real talk. Marvel Comics, Storm number 6, X-Manhunt. Book number 3 of 7. Fugitive Charles Xavier is looking for refuge in Storm's sanctuary. Storm's floating home in Atlanta City, right? And if you know the Alaskan X-Men are paying attention, will Storm and her crew team up with Professor X to keep him out of prison at all costs? Or will clashing opinions spark a brutal showdown between X-Men and making his debut from the ashes is the unstoppable blue-skinned big Zulu Titan, Maggot. Things are about to get wild. And check out Maggot too with his little maggots. Marvel Comics, X-Men number 13, X-Manhunt, book number 4 of 7. The X-Men finally catch up with their former mentor, Charles Xavier, on his wild run across the country. But hold up, be easy. He ain't the only one on the scene. Others have tracked him down, and they're not here for a friendly reunion. With tensions rising and loyalties tested, it's about to get real ugly. Who's got his back? Who's ready to squabble up and buckle up? And this ride here is just getting started. You definitely want to see it and read it. Moving on, Marvel Comics X-Factor, number 8, X-Manhunt, book 5 of 7. Charles Xavier has pulled off the great escape from prison, and now X-Factor is hot on his trail. But you know, the X-Men ain't just gonna sit back and watch their founder get hunted down. That's not happening. How will they react when their own are chasing after a man who built the dream? And will Havoc and Cyclops finally face off? It's going to be a showdown for the ages. Tensions are high and loyalties are tested. And can you bet after this battle, there will be swollen eyes and busted lips. Big shout out to Big. X-Force. Marvel Comics X-Force number 9, X-Manhunt, book 6 of 7. Sage and Professor X have history, back to another war and a whole different time. But now, as he faces his biggest crisis yet, will Sage step up and use her skills to help him on with his wild quest? Or will she be the one to put the brakes on his whole manic mission? The end is near in chapter 6 of X-Manhunt. Things heat up as X-Force jump into the mix. You know, it's about to get greasy as loyalties clash and the stakes rise higher than an angry man with high blood pressure. It's gonna go real high. That sounds crazy. But get ready for some hardcore action. But the finale, Marvel Comics X-Manhunt, Omega number 1, X-Manhunt. In book 7 of 7, it wraps up the wild ride as Professor X finally reaches his destination. But trust, he ain't alone. His assorted pursuers, friends and foes alike, are hot on his heels. Alliances will be put to the test, and those blades of betrayal, they're gonna cut deep with vengeance. When the dust settles, Charles Xavier will face a game-changing choice that could shift the fate of all mutant kind. The stakes are higher than ever, and this time everyone's wide awake to what's about to go down. Get ready, because the world is about to change in ways no one saw coming. X-Manhunt. Now, with that said, I am your comic connoisseur at the campfire, so just stay in full nerd mode by dropping some suggestions or questions in the comment section and sharing your thoughts on all things and anything that's comics. Then you will be crowned an official TNN comic connoisseur. I'm Ra, always in full Blerd mode, and I'm out. Peace.